Yo, what's going on YouTube? Now it's officially JMC Spurt, and today I got another story for you guys. Quick shout out to Justin though, because he reminded me about this, and he was like, "Hey, you should tell this story, bro." So shout out to the homie Justin. But this story is gonna be about the time I became a vampire. But without further ado, let's get into the story. Ah! Oh man, so this story is gonna take place in New York, obviously, because all my stories in New York. I don't know why they're just in New York. This story is gonna actually have the JJ crew in it too, but Jeremy doesn't come along into the story until towards the ending. So for now, it's just gonna be me and Justin. So, dang, what am I gonna call these girls? What am I gonna call these vampire girls? Um, all right, I'm gonna just call one of them Marceline. I'm just because Marceline's a vampire, so I'm gonna call one of them Marceline, the one I was talking to. I'm gonna call her Marceline, the main one, and I'm gonna call the second one. What am I gonna call her? Jessica. I'm gonna call the second one Jessica. So I had Marceline, and Justin had Jessica. Now, so Marceline was a new kid in the class, and when I saw her, I was like, she looks mad familiar, and I was like, oh wait, I saw her in a hospital like a while ago. I saw her in the hospital, but that's a different story for a different day. Um, that's not the hospital that was from my last story time. This is a totally different hospital. But I was like, hey, do you remember me from this hospital? Da, da, da. And she's like, no. Now, back then, girls thought that boys had cooties and boys thought that girls had cooties. So she's like looking at me. She's like, you probably got cooties. Like, what would I be what would I be doing talking to you? So I was like, oh, you met me in the hospital, whatever. And she's like, oh yeah, I kind of remember now. I remember now. She's like, we whatever, saying hi, whatever, introducing ourselves properly. So she now keep in mind this is back when the whole Edward versus Jacob thing was going around with Twilight. So people want to be either a vampire or a werewolf. So she decided to be on the side of the on Edward's side. She decided to be a vampire. So I didn't realize this until after we started becoming friends. So days going by. This is on a Monday, I think, Monday or Tuesday. So the week is progressing. We're becoming friends or whatever. And then the next week, she's like, do you want to be my boyfriend? And I'm like, yeah, sure. Like, why not? I mean, you're pretty bad. Even though we're like little kids, you're bad. But, so she was like, okay, meet me at recess at this time. I was like, okay. So, before lunch, we had the same class. So, but Justin had a different class. I don't know. I think Jeremy was like at home sick or something like that. I don't know where Jeremy was at. But before you go to recess, you go to lunch. Now, me and Justin had the same lunch. I don't know how that was set up because he was in a lower grade than me, but we had the same lunch. And I was talking to Justin. I was like, yeah, Justin. So I met this girl named Marceline or whatever, and he was like, dude, she got a friend? I was like, yeah. He was like, what's her name? I was like, Jessica. He was like, bet, bet, bet. So we was gonna go meet up with them at recess. Now lunch was over, we was like waiting or whatever. We was talking, and then we went out to the courtyard. Now the courtyard was weird because it was broken up into pause. It was broken up into different sections. Different. One take is all I'm doing. It was broken up into different sections, and they had on one side. So, alright, I'm gonna start from the middle. The very middle, it had all the normies, all the normal kids that wasn't doing nothing crazy was in the middle. Then on the left side, it was where the jocks and all the basketball players and football players hung out. And then in the corner of the left, those were all the Tom girls. All the Tom girls hung out. You don't want to go over there because you'll get jumped. That's another story for another day, though. But that's where all the Tom girls hung out, and towards the back is where all the thuggish kids hung out, on like by the gates. And then to the right was a tree, and it was like if you stood under the tree, it was like mad shady under the tree, duh. But that's where all the emo kids hung out. So I mean, the JJ crew, we was cool with everybody. I mean, we spent most of our time though with the thuggish kids because we had a business to run. But so me and Justin walked over to the emo kids section, and mind you, we've never been over here though. This is the only section that we've never been at. So So everybody's looking at us strange or whatever, and then Marceline was like, "Oh, they're with us. They're with us." So they go back to doing whatever they're doing. So Marceline and Ava were talking to us, and then Marceline was like, "Are you ready?" I was like, "Ready for what?" So she was like, "To be my boyfriend." I was like, "Yeah, I mean, what's up?" So then, bruh, she took my wrist, right? I thought she was pulling me to give me a hug or whatever. She pulled my wrist up, right, and she was holding my arm out. I kid you not, bruh. This chick, bruh, she literally bit my arm, like bit my forearm, bruh. And it didn't hurt, but it felt weird. I was just standing there. I was like, "What? What are you doing?" And Justin's looking at me. I'm looking at Justin. I'm looking at her. I'm like, "Bro, what are you doing?" But I asked her what she was doing, so she finished biting me, whatever. It took like 2 seconds, and she for real left like 2 dots on my arm, like I got bit by a vampire. So I was just sitting there, and I'm just like, so she's like, "Oh, you're a vampire now." And at that time, I didn't really believe in vampires. Like I knew they were like a thing, but I didn't think they really existed. So, and she was explaining to me like how it was and stuff like that. So it clicked in my head. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm a vampire now. She bit me. So Jessica was about to bite Justin, and I'm like, Justin, do not. I'm looking at him like, do not get bit, right? And he like dodges her or whatever. And he like runs off. So they're all like crowding around me or whatever. They're like, oh, you're a vampire now. You're a vampire now. And then Marceline's all smiling or whatever. I'm like, man, it's so BS. I should have came over here. So, well, recess was over, and moving forward to after school, I had called. No, what happened? Yeah, I called Justin because I remember I had moved from that building that we were in together. So I moved from his building. So I called him on the phone. I was like, "Yo, Justin." He was like, "Yo." He's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah." I was like, "I mean, I'm a vampire now, but I'm cool." He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "So you don't have to drink blood now?" I'm like, "Yeah." I'm gonna have to drink that diet blood from SpongeBob, right? So I'm over here like, bro. It was I couldn't explain like how weird it was, bro. Because I actually thought I was a for real vampire. So at night I would just stand there at like no, at night I'll stand by my window and I'll stare at the moon and be like, I wonder when I'm gonna get, yeah, I wonder when I'm gonna get my fangs. Like, and then the thing is, women was supposed to look at moons, not vampires. Who's calling you, bro? My fault. But so that threw me off. But so I'm like, man, when am I gonna get my fangs? So I ended up starting to hang out with the emo kids. I wasn't hanging out with the thuggish kids anymore, and so did Justin. So me and Justin was hanging over there. So Jeremy finally decided to come back to school, and then me and Justin told him what happened. He's like, "Word." He's like, "Bet." He's like, "Roman says to get like Berman." He's like, let me get on the let me get in on this, bro. One take is all I'm doing. I don't know why I'm stuttering today. But he was like, let me get on it. Let me get in on it. Why do I okay. Let me try to say it. Let me get in on this. Let me get on this, bro. Let me get I'll forget it. But you know what I'm trying to say. But so he was like, let me join, let me get bit real quick. So I was a vampire now, and there's nothing I could do about it. So I ended up moving from New York, and Jeremy ended up taking my spot as Marceline's vampire boyfriend. And I guess Justin stopped messing with all of them because it got kind of weird after a while. But yeah, to this very day, I guess I'm still a vampire. Hope you guys enjoyed the story, though. I'm sorry I was all over the place. I'm sorry for the stuttering, but I mean, I don't write this stuff down, bro. I don't rehearse it before I actually tell the story and get my mind set on the story, bro. I don't. It's pretty obvious. But hope you guys enjoy the story, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Wait a minute. Comment your favorite part of the video. Like the video if you like the video. Duh. And subscribe for more content from me. But I don't have to go, but I'm just gonna go edit this video. So yeah, technically I have to go. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Oh my gosh. I'm a vampire.